Okay, so welcome to our first official Girl Scouts of Suffolk County Town Hall. We have a few panelists with us tonight that are going to be able to speak to some of the things that we have going on the council. We know that we're not in a normal year, but we just appreciate all that you're currently doing to make Girl Scouting happen in this, different format that we're all working with. We hope to have one of these town halls each month so that we can provide with new information. And then, this is our first one. So you're gonna have to bear with us if we have any technical issues, but we are planned to have remarks by several people tonight. Again, if anyone has just joined us, you can type in any question into the Q&A and we can answer it that way. We'll also have the chat open if anybody wants to chat there. You could also say hi to each other that way too. And we will be recording this so that we can post it for the future and on our site. So we're going to kick it off with our CEO, Pamela Mashurda. She's actually here. It looks like she's at our science center, but she's not. Through the magic of technology. See, never let technology say that it's fooled, that you can't be fooled that way. Sorry, we're going to get started with Pamela. Everyone, welcome her to the stage.
Thanks so much, Jenna. Welcome, everyone. And thank you so much for taking the time out today. I know busy schedules with school and kids and work and home. And I just want to really just send out my appreciation to all of you for being here in our first virtual meeting. As Jenna said, this is our first time, but we're excited to continue working with you in a virtual format for as long as we need to until we get back into a more normal situation. But you are our leaders and our volunteers, so I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to see you and hear you during tonight's meeting. Tonight, you'll hear about the amazing and exciting opportunities going on at the council. And I really couldn't be more proud of the team. I've only been on board for 6 months, and talk about pivoting, and we've had to pivot our programs in Sarah's space and Jenna in our product sales and retail with her team and Kelly. And everything having to do with membership is virtual. So thank you, Jackie, to you and your team. Tonight's agenda will start off with a little bit of information about our Smith Point Light Show, and I'm really excited. We just got another sponsorship today, so I'm super excited about our partners getting involved this year. And we're also going to have a Girl Scouts Way, so you've probably seen it on our social media. We've had some girls design some displays, so super excited about that. But of course, you'll hear about our Mags and Munchies campaign, as well as everything pertaining to our membership and our Girl Scout shop and our girl programs. I'm also really delighted. I can't see you on screen, but I'm so excited to get one of our Girl Scout troop leaders, Jody Thompson, to talk with all of you just as part of our Leader from a Leader segment. This is new, but there's so much to learn since COVID, working virtually. And Jody's one of our incredible volunteers who's mastered this and will share some of her skills and how she's doing this. She leads 19 Girl Scouts in Troop 1222. So she's here and going to talk to us about her experience. And there's a lot to learn, but it's not as difficult as some people think. It's really a great way for us to keep connected and engaged to you and our girls. And you probably see that, you've already seen that in our program and the programs that we've offered throughout the summer. Amazing how quickly this team has been able to pivot and be here for our girls, because that's what it's about, engagement of them, but also engagement of you as our frontline. So really appreciate that. So we hope we find the town hall engaging. Please give us feedback on what we can do better. And we hope it's engaging and informative, and any other questions that you might have for us to consider for our next month's meeting. We're happy to do that too. I hope the time of day works. I know I'm tired. We had our national council session, national conference this weekend, and we had 10, 12 hours a day on video. So I was super excited to be there, but I've heard in person, it's super exciting. But it was an amazing opportunity. But I know half of this team here is weary, and I so appreciate them being here tonight. And also for all of you. So I'm going to kick it off to Kelly Dreschner, who is our product sales manager, and she's going to start with an update on our Mags and Munchies campaign. So welcome everybody, and thank you again for taking the time out to be with us tonight. Kelly, you're up.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here. Trying to talk about our fall product. I already have people asking cookie questions. Little scary. Slow it down. Okay. So just a couple updates. We did just finish off the initial sale. We actually pushed the button today. So that's all final. So the deliveries will start the week of November 2nd. So be in touch with your service unit to see how and when you'll be getting your initial sale product. We still have some more phases left to the sale. We're going to start catch-up orders in the cupboards starting Monday, November 2nd. They will be by appointment only, okay? So look on our website on how to reserve your appointment. And also check out the website for some updated cupboard hours. They don't match the guidebook. We had to change them up a little bit due to the situation and the cleaning schedule. So please, hi, Kaden. So please make sure that you check that out, before trying to reserve your appointment. The second thing is, obviously, I think most of you probably know, or maybe some of you don't, boot sales have been on hiatus due to the fact that we can't have troop trips yet. So we are promoting what's called a standabout. It's a quirky little word, quirky little name. It's basically a lemonade stand that the family can run on their own. It has nothing to do with the troop. It's troop hands off. The parents, the families, the guardians will reserve it, pick it up, return it, and the council will assign it to their scout. So it really is truly hands off for the troop to have to worry about anything. We are asking for people who take them out to pay via credit card. That way we don't confuse any of our parents with how to use a deposit slip. So that way it's a little more smooth lining and a little streamlined. And I think that's about it for me. One other quick tidbit about cupboard hours is we are starting to do a late night in Comac. So Thursday nights we will be there 1 to 7. So if you always think you can't make it, you can make it. And even if you can't make it on Thursdays, you shoot us an email and we will make it for you. So please don't let that deter you from trying to pick up more product. We will make sure that we get it to you some way or somehow. Okay. Any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat box. Please feel free to email me, productsales@gssc.us. Melinda and I will get back to you as fast as we possibly can. Take it, Jenna.
Okay, hi everyone again. So I just want to let you know some information on our council shops. So again, we're still doing the curbside only for right now, but this week is our fall fling. So everyone that has been with the council before knows we usually have this big event in the fall where we put the merchandise, you get a 10% discount on everything, and then we have raffles, and it's usually the last week of September. So this year, because we are not able to have the stores open to guests, we're making it virtual. So the fall fling is actually open for the week. So it started yesterday, and it's going to go through Friday. And you're going to get 10% off of your order that you place. And every time you place an order, you'll be entered into a drawing to win some different raffle prizes. And every day, in addition to that, we have a special deal of the day. So our deal of the day is debuted at noon each day. And so if you tune into our website, it's also on our Facebook page, it's on our Instagram. So if every day at noon, you'll see the new deal of the day. Now, I'll just give you some background information. The deal of the day, once it's turned on, is actually on all week. So Monday's deal of the day, you can still buy on Tuesday. It's just that we're debuting them each day just to keep it fun. We got to keep it fun in the shop. So that is going on now. In order to place orders, there are different ways that you can do it. You can place an order you have to go to gssc.us, go to our website, and then on the very top of that, you're going to click shop. Now from there, you'll see the link Thank you, Sarah. You'll see the link to get to our Shopify page. So you can place your order on our Shopify page by clicking on that link. You can also, there's a new form that we've put on that page. So if you know what you need, you can type it into that digital form that's on the top of the shop page and then email that either to shop@gssc.us or to Anne or myself. And our emails are both on that site. And I can put it in the chat also. Actually, Sarah, can you do that for me after? So you can email your order in using that form. You can also just call us and we'll try to take your order over the phone, and then we can send you a link to pay. So we know that we're not in the normal space. This is the new normal. And so we're trying to make it as easy as possible. So we're trying to have these different ways for you to be able to place your orders. Now that fling is for this week for the 10% off. You'll also have but that's of the way that you can order at any point. We have specific curbside hours, but if you're working and you can't make those curbside hours, please just email us and let us know. We're also, Anne and Maria are also doing deliveries on the days that they're not in each location. So we really just want to let you know that we have these set hours because, we're all just trying to provide the service, but we're not going to stop there. So just like Kelly said, if you want to place an order and you're not able to make our pickup times, just let us know and we will work with you. We actually have a new fall fling video that talks just about that specific thing. So the raffle prizes we have, you're going to see links to that on our Facebook page, and we're going to pull those winners on November 2nd. So if you have any questions about the fling, please let us know. If you have any questions about how to order, you can let us know. And please follow us on Facebook because that's where you're going to get the most up-to-date information. So unless anybody has questions, I think I'm going to go to Jackie.
Thank you so much, Jenna. Hey, everybody. I'm Jackie Morgan. I'm the Director of Membership. And the first thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you to all of our troops that renewed. Thank you to all of our troops that are starting to renew and all of our girls that have renewed and parents and adults and everybody who's just been amazing riding this wave with us with Girl Scouts. We can't do it without you. And in the membership world, it's been a rough go. Getting the word out that Girl Scouts is still active and going has been great. You've all helped us do that. So we're continuing to get our girls registered. Anybody who did register will be getting their renewal patch soon. We have ordered them. These are adorable little lemon ups. Our little lemon up girl with her little shoes. She's absolutely adorable. Every girl will love this patch. So I just wanted to let you know that we're doing great. I have some things council-wide. We have two kind of food drives happening right now. We have the Long Island Cares Thanksgiving Adopt a Family, which if you don't already know has gone out through the service units. If you need that information, we can get it to you through customer care at gssc.us. All drop-offs are happening in Hauppauge. I know that we used to take them into the offices, but since the office is not open, you can go directly to the Hauppauge location. And there are 4 other locations listed on the flyer. So if you do need those, we can get those for you as well. The other thing we're doing is a turkey drive. It's the 12th annual Beth Page turkey drive with Island Harvest. So Beth Page is taking fresh turkeys, frozen turkeys, and you can bring them right to their Beth Page location on November 20th between 7:30 and 4 p.m. So 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is contactless. So you'll just drive up and you'll give your turkeys to the people that are helping out with Beth Page, and the girls will receive patches for that. So, and you'll get your patch that day when you do your drop off. So if you have any questions about those two that we're running right now, again, you can email us at customercare@gssc.us, and we'll be happy to either send you the flyer or more information if you need it. The other thing we're running is, if you have or know of younger girls that are going to be Daisy age, we're running a great little recruitment called Daisy Dreamtime. The first one's going to be on Thursday, November 5th, and we're going to run consecutive Thursdays all the way through December 17th. And this is going to be a half-hour session of some of our amazing staff and Pamela as well, being our guest reader, going to read some nighttime stories to our daisies. So if you have girls that you know that are daisy age that want to be Girl Scouts, this is a great kind of introduction to Girl Scouts. And if you have questions, you definitely can let us know. But beyond that, again, I just wanted to say thank you. And I am going to toss it to Jody Thompson, who is one of our amazing leaders. Again, I know Pamela said it before. She's got 19 girls. She's been really great in the virtual space. She's had amazing, amazing successes, and we're just happy to have her with us tonight. Take it away, Jody.
Wow, that sounded really good. No pressure at all. So hi, I'm Jody, and this is now my 5th year as a Girl Scout troop leader. I started in kindergarten for my daughter, Sadie. She wanted to be a Girl Scout, and nobody really wanted to be the leader. So there I was. We ended up in kindergarten. You guys say 19 sounds a lot. We had 27 girls when we started, 27 5-year-olds, and it was quite a lot. I have 2 incredible leaders that help me. I'm not alone. They are my equal partners, Sarah and Donna. And we've kind of learned over the last 5 years, the biggest thing that you could do is build on each other's strengths. The same way that we teach the girls that they all have strengths and they all have weaknesses, and they're supposed to really focus on what they do well. We do the same thing as leaders. I'm good at certain things, I'm not good at other things, and we all kind of just say, you know, what we've got. So you can't do it alone. My number one thing would be just, you know, work with your leader, have open communication. If you get mad at each other, say so. After 5 years, we've definitely fought, but we always come back together for what's best for the girls. So certainly in COVID and quarantine, this has not been easy. And so that really is what we usually think about. Just what can we do that's best for the girls? What's going to keep them motivated and engaged? Because we were always told that this year from 3rd grade to 4th grade is like the biggest drop off year in elementary school. And then apparently we're going to hit another one when we get to middle school. So we were prepared to lose some. We've gone from 27 to 24, and then now this year to 19, but I'm still pretty happy with 19 4th graders. So that's kind of cool. So some ways that we have been keeping them engaged while they've been home is, believe it or not, through virtual meetings, but through a Google Classroom. And you do not have to be a teacher to have a Google Classroom. Anyone that has a Google account and a Gmail can set up a Google Classroom. And can you guys hear me okay? Am I glitching at all? Okay, all right. I see myself and I'm like behind in the video, so okay. And I'm going to attempt, as I said, I'm a teacher, so I'm used to Google Meets, but I'm going to attempt to share my screen just for a second. So if you're not familiar with Google Classroom, as I said, you don't have to be a teacher to have one. Let's see if I can manage to figure it out. So I need to move this. No, you have to move. Of course, it's covering up where my Google Classroom is, so I'll just open it up in another window here, and I apologize. Are you guys able to see my screen right now?
Yes, we can see it.
Perfect. Okay. So this is our Google Classroom, and this keeps us incredibly organized. It keeps the parents up to date on what they need to know, and it gives the girls the opportunity to participate and share their work with us, even when we can't be together. So I'd be happy if, you know, people are uncomfortable or aren't really sure how to use a Google Classroom. I would definitely be happy to, you know, do another segment or whatever it might be, but you can kind of Google everything on how to do a Google Classroom. So this is our troop. The number one thing to remember if you try setting up a Google Classroom, all you have to do is go to classroom.google.com, and you're going to see a little button that says Create Class. And when you do that, just make sure if your girls are signing in, they cannot sign in with their school accounts because it's not going to recognize them. It can't be a school account. It has to be a personal account. But that being said, what this allows us to do is to share things, and I'll just go down to the bottom for a minute. to share things with our troops. So this was like our first message to them, that we were so excited they were flying up. We can post things in here, which keeps it really organized. So here's the rewards and patches for the fall products, all the fall product materials, the important fall product dates. Because without seeing the girls every week, we want to make sure that the parents have what they need, and that the girls have what they need as well. So we post our calendar here so they know when we're going to be meeting, and you can, meet with post anything that you want in here. So we have decided that our main goal is to keep the girls active and engaged, as I mentioned. So for example, this year, you'll see we also have like important dates and forms. One of the things that we have right here is called Picture of Your Cupcake. Okay, so last week we met, and I'm gonna post this here for a second. So 5 girls have done this so far. It keeps it super organized, and then it's really easy too to see like who gets their patch, if that makes sense, because we know who did the work. So what we decided to do this week is, let's see, you guys can see, we are starting our Simple Meals badge, and we want the girls to play around with food a little bit. So I'm just giving you like one example of one girl who sent in her stuff. So we wanted them to play around with food a little bit, and I'll stop sharing my screen now. Are you guys seeing me instead of the screen? Okay, perfect. So we said, okay, it's going to be simple meals. So we finished flying up, and now we're ready to start our first badge. Simple meals. What can we do to make it exciting, to make it engaging? Because the girls are stuck at home. They want to play, they want to be together. So I'm not going to lie, it's work, but we got together and we went to the store and we bought fondant, we bought frosting, we bought candy, we baked cupcakes, we bought googly eyes, we bought food coloring, we bought anything that sprinkles, sparkles, edible glue, you name it, we got it. And we packaged it up into really beautiful little bags. I don't have one with me, but really beautiful Halloween bags with ribbons and bows. And we put a sticker on it that said, "Do not open until we tell you." And we dropped it off like 3 days before. So now the girls are already excited, right? We haven't even met yet, and they're already like, "What's in our bag?" And we were getting emails from them in the Google Classroom, "What's in the bag?" And we're not telling you what's in the bag. You have to wait for the meeting. So just, they're little, getting them excited about something. So sure enough, we opened the bag and we told them we're going to have a cupcake war. So you're going to decorate a cupcake. The theme is Halloween, whatever you want it to be like. You have 2 cupcakes. We did talk to them a little bit about how to work with fondant. A lot of the girls had never done that. How to use food coloring, a little bit goes a long way. So kind of bringing in those simple meals, working with food, getting them into that idea. We talked about safety with the ovens, like if you're the stove, if you're melting, that we get the melter's chocolate. So if you're melting chocolate, you need a grown-up. So just bringing in those things that are going to help them earn their badge. But dropping the stuff off ahead, getting them super excited. And then the Google Classroom allows them to showcase their work to us. So we can't see it in person and tell them how awesome it is, but when they're finished, they post those pictures at the end of the hour, and then we can comment back to them, "Wow, your cupcakes are amazing," whatever, building them up, making them feel good about it. It also really helps us because we have a lot of girls who play soccer and they can't come to the meetings on Friday nights until November. So this allows them to see exactly what the assignment is in the classroom and what we did in the meeting, and then post their work and earn the badge too, even though they missed a meeting. So a lot of our meetings focus on, like, we always drop something off a few days ahead. We kind of try to like build that excitement. And if I have 19 girls, I'm like, we can drop that off. You can run around and drop stuff off. And so that's one thing. We are getting ready to do our detective badge, which is we're gonna do simple meals. So next time because I'm a teacher, the home and careers teacher in my school is making a really funny video for the girls about what not to do in your kitchen. It's just gonna be like a spoof. And then the girls will have to figure out like, what should we be doing in a kitchen? So just, keeping it funny, keeping it light. We try not to keep them on the whole hour. So like with the cupcakes, we went on 15 minutes, show them what to do,
Then we actually turn off the videos and we're like, go make your cupcakes. We're going to meet back here in 25 minutes and show everybody what we've done, because they can't be in front of that screen listening to you for an hour. You have to break it up. So our detective badge, we're going to do the simple meals. And then when we finish that with the detective badge, oh, hold on. Here's another really fun thing you can do with them. I don't want to take too much time. I only have 6 minutes left, but there's a really great website called Wheel of Names. Okay, just jot that down, Wheel of Names. So when you go to Wheel of Names, I'll see if I can share my screen with you again. I only know this because I have a small Color Street business on the side. And whenever I do raffles on my Color Street page, I use the Wheel of Names and my clients love it. So when you go to Wheel of Names, sometimes the girls are really shy and they don't want to talk, or they don't want to turn their cameras on, or they don't want to be engaged virtually. So what you can do is you can just come here to Wheel of Names and you can put in all the names of the girls in your meetings, right? So Kelly is here tonight and Sarah is here tonight, and whoever it might be. And then you can actually be like, okay, we're gonna have to show us their cupcake is, and they just think this is fun. It's nothing really exciting. I'm gonna see your cupcake. And so that also are able to add a
I think it's
they all have to be installed.
Jody, you're breaking up a little bit.
What we're going to try with the detective bench, and especially want our girls the first time this year to pick their own journey. They're old enough now versus us picking it for them. Did you do something?
Jody, hold on one sec. You're breaking up a little bit?
Please go upstairs. Did you guys lose me? Okay. So my husband shut the door. Hold on. All right, let me see. Okay. Is that better?
Not yet. Let me see. Okay, she's gonna log on and log back in. It's great because I have like notes. I don't have a troop. I'm like studiously writing down these great ideas. Let me just make sure she can get back in.
Is it better now?
Yes, much better.
Okay, sorry about that. My husband shut the basement door, which I've told him not to do 100 times, but if mine is like yours, they don't listen. So, okay. So I don't know the last thing that you heard me say. Everybody loves a wheel, right, Sarah? Okay. Okay, so we just try to do silly things like that, that just kind of keep them engaged. What I was going to say is now that they're old enough to pick their own,
We picked one, but we don't want to do that. We want to let them pick their own this year. So Google Classroom allows you to have what are called breakout rooms. So the girls would be able to actually then meet with the other girls who pick the same journey as them during our meeting time. So we can start as a whole. Here's some goals for today. Break out into your room, come back in 20 minutes, talk about what you said. So, I feel like being able to have them have that communication in smaller groups, especially in a troop as large as ours, is really important so that every girl feels heard. And so, Is there anything else you want? I can give specific ideas, or, is there anything else you wanted me to talk about? Or, I mean, my biggest thing is like communicate with your co-leaders, manage your strengths and weaknesses amongst each other. You're all good at something, so use that to your troops' advantage. Get a Google Classroom because it's going to make your life so much easier in the long run. And then anything you can do to keep them not just sitting in front of the computer for the hour of your meeting, keeping it fun. We're doing the detective badge. We're setting up a scavenger hunt around their own houses. Their parents are going to hide stuff. We also have really great parents. So, they're going to hide stuff around the house, or so just trying to keep them engaged until hopefully we can open up in the spring and maybe meet outdoors again once the weather is nicer. So, and I really appreciate you having me here. And it's nice to see some of your faces, because I actually have Sarah is oh, with camp. Oh my goodness. My daughter earns 100 weeks of free camp every summer, and I don't know what to do. And Sarah always helps me. So, and Kelly is amazing because my daughter earns 100 free weeks of camp. She's always helping with products. And so it's just nice to see people's faces, and it was nice to see everyone. And thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. And what we're going to do, so we're recording today, but I think it'd be great if we take notes from our recording so that we can put it on social media. We could give you we could just start posting some of these things, because I think there's such great ideas. So we want as many people to get access to them as possible. So thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So Honora, you're going to be up next.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Honora, and I work in the programs department. And I'm the program generalist, so I am the one that gets to help create programs for the girls to earn their badges. And like my colleagues and even Jody have mentioned, that it's been a tough, couple of months since COVID happened, and we have had to pivot our thinking and how we are running our programs to keep the girls engaged. I've just, this week is my last week of October doing programs virtually. When we had to start pivoting to a virtual platform, we started over summer. I was a little sad. I've only been with the Girl Scouts a year next month, and I wasn't able to experience Edie in person as a camp, but I still was able to meet with the girls, and it was a great experience doing different themes every week. So now we're doing our, business as usual programs, and we have them Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We're doing all 6 levels. So I've been working on, right now we're doing, this week I did the outdoor art program. So I've been getting a lot of good feedback from troop leaders, parents, that the girls are really enjoying it. You can tell that they're excited. When we started our summer experience, we decided to do little kits where girls can create activities. And in the sets, I have different supplies for them to do those specific activities. And it was very exciting for them, just like everybody else, you always like to have something in the mail, a present, anything to open. So to be able to still connect with them that way, it was very exciting. But coming up right now for November, I am doing a journey series for our older girls. So from our levels of juniors all the way to ambassador, I'm offering 4 different 3-session journeys. So you sign up for one that has you, that you're attending all 3 sessions in order to earn the journey. The girls are responsible for their take action project on their own. But I'm super excited to also, I have a background in art, so I'm really excited to incorporate my art background into helping the girls do their journeys. We have the media journey, Amuse journey, Bliss journey, Girltopia. We have some Daisy and Brownie programs basing in entrepreneurship, getting a lot of our new Daisy girls involved. So that's super exciting. And it's, since it has been a tough time during COVID, it's so important to really create a culture and environment where the girls have a supportive space to come to and, help their mental health. Just like adults, we get stressed out. The girls are feeling it as well. They are going virtual all day in school. So I want to create a space where they're still engaged and excited to come to my programs virtually. and it's very important. So I am working for December to create a winter wellness series where the girls can do yoga virtually. We're going to be doing some art things and creating mindful Mondays so that they have a place where they can do some fun stuff, but also have a moment to relax, have a moment to still express how they're feeling, because we need to make sure that they're being taken care of emotionally and mentally as well as we need. I did want to mention, since Jody mentioned her wheel of names, that was super fun. Definitely going to take that into consideration because I have girls that might not want to be on camera or have, to talk out loud and just want to type in the Zoom meetings. But what another useful tool for these types of meetings or programs is it's a website called kahoot.com. And if you are a teacher, a parent, it's actually free right now because of COVID. You can do the basic level, so you don't ever have to pay for a membership. And what's fun about this is you can choose your topic. So if the girls are interested in movies, you can either create your own trivia, or you can look it up, or whatever theme that you're doing for your badges. You can look that up, and they get to do trivia together. They just have to enter the username, which is provided for you. And they get to play together and has some, fun music. We used it during our summer experience. Also, what's a very useful tool for your multi-level programs is using the Badge Explorer, which you can pick whichever topic that you want to cover. And if you're only doing a Daisy Brownie, you want to combine Daisy Brownie, you can choose Daisy and Brownie, and it'll come up with similar programs. For example, Brownie Snacks and the Junior Simple Meals, they're all around the same theme, but you can kind of pivot it and think outside the box. So Jody, you said you were using doing a cupcake war. So that would still be included in one of the steps. It's creating a new meal or learning how to make something enjoyable for everybody to eat. So you can kind of think around the box. And I think that's really important, is to think outside the box when it comes to following the steps in the programs. So that's pretty much what I got. And I hope that you sign up for some of my programs, because I'm excited to do it with the girls and see their faces.
Okay. So next, I'm just gonna show you, we have a video, so just hold on 1 second while I introduce. So we have our partners at Northwell Health. So Dr. Linda Gerberg is a pediatrician specializing in urgent care and sports medicine. After receiving a bachelor's degree in biology from the University of Miami, she went to obtain her medical degree from New York Medical College, after which she completed her residency in pediatrics at Cohen's Children's Medical Center. Dr. Gerberg is further subspecialized in sports medicine at Harvard Medical School, where she was a team physician for the Boston Ballet. She also worked as an attending physician at the urgent care program at Boston's Children's Hospital. She returned to Long Island to join Cohen's Children's Medical Center, Northwell, and develop a pediatric sports medicine program. Dr. Gerberg has been attending in the Fast Track Urgent Center at Cohen's Children's at Hospital Northwell Health Emergency Department since 2007, taking care of patients as well as being involved with resident and medical student education prior to joining Northwell Go Health in 2017. She's an assistant professor at the Zucker School of Medicine at Hofstra Northwell and is fluent in Spanish and French. So give me 1 second and I will share my screen so that you can see the video. Okay, so can everyone see that for now? Yes, okay, here we go.
To discuss how we're going to celebrate the holidays safely during the COVID pandemic. Joining us today is Dr. Linda Gerberg and Dr. Dimitri Lattis.
So wasn't that amazing? Yeah, okay, so they sent us several videos. Let me make sure I pull the other one up.
Thank you very much. I hope you found.
So why are we here today? We're here to.
Okay, here we go again.
Because as we're all going about our daily lives, managing our lives with the pandemic, there's a realization that as these holidays are coming up, that they introduce a certain element of risk into our lives, because generally they involve activities that are not our daily activities, such as gatherings and some activities like trick-or-treating, for example, that we are going to raise a question of, is that a safe thing to do? So that's what we want to discuss with you all today. And with me, Dimitri Lattis, is my good colleague, Dr. Linda Gerberg.
Hi. I think we should start with what's coming up soon enough, which is Halloween. The CDC has posted some guidelines that are really actually very accurate to follow. And we're going to discuss high risk activities, moderate risk activities, and low risk activities. And so in the high risk activities, which we really want to try to avoid, are the traditional type of things that we usually do, which is trick-or-treating, going out in large groups and all trick-or-treating together, indoor costume parties with large groups of people, hay rides with members of the community that are not within our family or close friends. So those are things that we really want to avoid because they involve a lot of lack of social distancing. So moving from there, then you have the low risk activities, which are highly recommended, and really they can add a lot of fun, start some new traditions. Some of the suggestions are have just your family have a costume party in your family. You can also, nowadays that everybody's doing videos, you can do a virtual costume party and have other family members and friends from far and near, join in the Zoom conference or any kind of costume party that's virtual. You can do scavenger hunts within your house. You can also bring them, if you have an outdoor backyard, you can do that. And these are all newer traditions that could certainly be a lot of fun for the kids to enjoy.
So yeah, so we go from one extreme to the other. We have the high risk stuff, which is our traditional ways of celebrating, getting large groups of people together, maybe folks we haven't seen in ages that we all have been missing and wanting to see. Now we all come together with our bringing to the table all the risk from our daily lives and bringing it to a gathering, which then could become a little super spreader event. And then we have the other extreme, which is the low risk stuff, which is basically trying to add a little festivity into the normal patterns that we've now established of social distancing, virtuals. Maybe there's a middle of the road. Maybe there's, for those folks where those low risk activities are not going to be enough, how do we get to a safe place in a way that is always going to introduce a little bit more risk, but maybe expands the repertoire of what we can do. And the principles that I think we can add to make some of those high risk activities safer would be structuring the activity. So a trick or treat that is structured with households that you know and trust. Candy distribution that is structured, that has distancing involved and hand hygiene involved. Costumes that have appropriate disease containing face coverings and not just masks that were bought at the Halloween costume store. Those are ways to try to mitigate the risk that is inherent in the big gathering activities that we are all going to miss out on this year, but maybe try to introducing some of the principles that may make some of that a little bit safer, while also introducing a little bit of risk. So as we move away from the low risk activities into the moderate risk, structured, distanced hand hygiene activities, there's always going to be some increase in risk.
So essentially what Dr. Lattice was discussing is a modification of what's the typical traditional trick-or-treating. Of importance, I do want to mention the costume masks that will come with any costume are not considered face coverings. So if you are going to engage in going outdoors and possibly being near other people, make sure that there should be a face covering that's at least 2 to 3 fold of material, and never wear that face covering underneath a regular costume covering. You don't want to do those things because they can restrict your breathing. So if you're indoors with just your family members, then you can wear your costume full-fledged. But if you're going to go outside, take off whatever the helmet is or such, and just wear, you can make it festive, you can make special cloths, special designs, or even just a bright color to match the costume. If trick-or-treating is something that you really want to go and enjoy with your children, you could maybe plan with your block of neighbors to set up a safe trick-or-treating, maybe either set up a table and have individual bags wrapped up so the children can just stop, walk by and take one at a time. You could even mark the sidewalk with colorful chalk to maintain social distancing so that everybody doesn't gather. Another great idea that I saw someone was actually building was a chute. So he would put the wrapped bag of candy and the child would stand at a significant distance, 5 feet apart, and the candy would just go down the chute into the child's basket or bag. Always important once you get home to make sure that all the candies that they've collected have been wrapped and sealed, and you can then proceed to disinfect them as needed. Also, if pumpkin picking is fine, if you stay socially distanced, take plenty of hand sanitizer. So these are ways to still incorporate the old traditions and just make some new ones in this day and age.
But important also is that this information is out there. The CDC is sharing this information with us. There's a lot more guidance out there. And also probably that local municipalities, communities may have their own rules, and any of our advice should not supplant that rule. If a community is, for example, suspending trick-or-treating, you know, it's important to follow what that community is stating is the rule of the day, because they may know stuff in their public health department that is not immediately apparent to all of us. So following the community's directives at any given point in time as we try to gather with our families, and following the CDC helpful guidelines, we can still, I think, have meaningful family time around our
holidays. Exactly. I mean, all of these also apply to Thanksgiving or any other holidays that are coming up. And typically large gatherings with families, maybe if possible, keep them to smaller, or also another good idea is to have one person serving the food and pre-serving every plate. So you don't try to avoid buffet style where everybody is at one table and serving and using the same utensils. So ideally have a person who's preparing the plates and then giving them to the individuals or putting them down so people can just pick them up. And that way you're avoiding the close contact and those kind of things.
Okay, so I just want to thank our partners at Northwell Health for that bit of information, just to kind of, you know, it's always nice to hear some advice from people that are much more knowledgeable than me on certain these kind of things. So thank you. We want to thank them for submitting that information to us, and we will be having more such different, more topics like this at our next town hall that we hope you join us for. Very quickly, up next, we just want to give you some information on our Smith Point Light Show. So the Smith Point Light Show will be back again this year from December 1st through December 30th at the Smith Point County Park in Shirley. We also have a great incentive for Girl Scouts. From now until November 17th, Girl Scouts and their families can purchase an online ticket for $20. Plus, they'll receive 2 free exclusive Smith Point Light Show patches. So these are Girl Scouts of Suffolk County light show patches that have been created. If you want to see the light show, or you want to see why the light show is so awesome, stay tuned for a short video. So hold on one second.
Beautiful shores of Smith Point County Park in Shirley, New York, Girl Scouts of Suffolk County Smith Point Light Show has been delighting families during the holiday season for more than a decade. This drive-through spectacle of glittering lights has become a holiday tradition for thousands of visitors. Proceeds support girl programs and outreach services. Learn more at smithpointlightshow.com.
Okay, so that's our Smith Point Light Show teaser video. We hope you will all join us at the light show this year. We're all excited.
Kinder Joy is two surprises in one.
Hold on. That would be all the commercials that are created from YouTube that are truly based on my children watching Ryan's Toys videos all of the time. Like we're actually getting paid the way they are. So yeah, so please, we hope you will join us for our light show this year. We have time. I think most of the questions have been answered either in the chat or in the Q&A, but if anyone else has questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A now and we can address them while everyone's still with us. And then Sarah, just let me know if any of them pop up that we need to speak to. And I'll just give it a few minutes. And you know how when you're texting someone, you see the little dots? I'm waiting for the ability to see the little dots of people anxiously typing in the information. So most of the questions that people have, we've been answering right in the question log. We will post this to our website. So anybody that didn't get to join us today, we're going to post a link for it on our website so that you can have access to it later. We'll also be just sending out more information. Again, this is just another way that we wanted to try to get the information out to you as best as possible. We know things aren't easy for you right now, but we're so truly thankful to all of you for being a part of Girl Scouts and a part of the Girl Scouts of Suffolk County. So look forward to more events like this one. If you have a question for our next call, for our next one in November, please let us know. Or if you have ideas that you really want to see addressed, please let us know. I will tell you that because you are joining us here, we're going to do a little raffle of the people that are with us, and I have 3 prizes. So Maria, are you able to tell me who the first winner will be?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone welcome Maria from our Girl Scout shop. You might have seen her if you have a Ring camera and you just got a delivery, you might have seen a person running up and dropping things off. That would be Maria. She's also usually at our Colback shop.
Hi, everyone. So the first winner is Marie Nauman.
Okay, so Marie, you're going to get this Girl Scout boxed pen. And we will send you information. Maria, you just keep track of everybody so that we can send it out. Yay, Marie! Okay, so you're gonna win this Girl Scout box pen. Congratulations.
And The second winner is, I have it's an email, kchapin@bnl.gov.
Okay. So if you want, if you could type in your name onto the chat so that we can make sure that we leave it for you specifically. You are going to win this journal. You can't see it just because of the glare right now, but it's one of our Girl Scout journals that has the quote from Julia Gordon Low that says, "Truly ours is a circle of friendship united by our ideals." Yay! Oh, that's Carrie Chapin. So this is going to be for you, and we will write that down so we can get your prize to you. And then we have one more prize.
The last one is Nicole Baldwin.
Okay, so Nicole, you are going to win this Girl Scout keychain. Has a little clasp on there. And on it, it has the Girl Scout emblem, but it also says courage, confidence, and character Girl Scouts on it. So you are the winner for that. Yay. Okay, so see, you guys are the first people to join us for this town hall. Now that we know that raffles are out there, I mean, I'm sure it's, it's going to be 1,000 people in the next one. We're going to have to get a bigger Zoom license. But thank you all for joining us. Thank you to all of the panelists. Thank you especially to Jody for joining us and giving those great tips as a troop leader. We're so happy to have all of you with us. We're so thankful. Thank you to Pamela for joining us. Thank you to everyone for joining us. And we will see you at our next town hall meeting. Maria, it's on the November
17th.
November 17th. So you guys heard it here first. Please join us on November 17th for our next town hall meeting. And thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.